Hey guys, this is Paul. I wanted to give you a tour of my AtomRC Dolphin. This is the original AtomRC Dolphin, not the Pro that came out recently. I love this plane. It flies great. It's fast, smooth, stable. It's efficient, just gets great flight time and perfect for FPV. So to start off, I've got, first, we'll start in the nose. I've got the DJI 04 Pro, custom nose cone that can hold the air unit, antennas, and camera. It's pretty cool. It uses a back plate that you glue on to the front of the aircraft and then use some M3 threaded inserts and then use some M3 screws to screw on the nose cone from the sides, right there and right there. And then on the front, I've got some hatch latches that I printed off Thingiverse, and these are excellent. Keep the front and back hatches secure while you're flying. Have had in the past where the front hatch is blown off, and that is not fun. So these just swivel over to the side, and then you can take off the hatch. So in the front, I've got, I took out this crossbar foam because originally, before I had this front nose cone, I had to have the battery pretty far forward. But with this nose cone being printed out of PETG, it's pretty heavy, and with the 04 air unit in the front, I've had to move the center of gravity pretty far back. I've got some markings where I've had batteries placed in the past, but now I've had to open up this little canal here in the middle to allow battery placement further back for center of gravity. And I typically run the Zod 4S 1P 5000 milliamp hour Lion or a 2800 milliamp hour 4S LiPo, and I get great results with both. The Lion, I could be up in the air for almost 50 minutes with that thing with gentle cruise throttle. And then on the DJI, I did put the power on a plug just in case I have to have the airplane idle for a little while. I can't really do it with one hand, but it's just a secure plug. I can power off the air unit if I need to, if, for whatever reason, so it doesn't overheat. And then on the other side here, I've got the ELRS M100 Pro. This GPS compass is just phenomenal. It acquires satellites fast. I get easily 40 plus satellites within a couple minutes. I can pretty much fly from a cold start in less than a minute with this thing, and I believe it's like under $20, and then for the price, this thing is just awesome. I love it. And then here I've got my 915 ELRS antennas. I like to run 915, especially when I'm using the DJI 04, just because for me, for whatever reason, using the Goggles 3 as well, I just get a lot of interference. In 915, I get better range, penetration, and it just works great for me. Also put a little tiny air scoop. It's kind of cute on the back hatch to let just a little air in over the flight controller, and then a decently sized air vent on the back to let the pressure that builds up underneath this back hatch out. Then another hatch latch. And we'll take a look inside. And guys, it's not pretty, but it works. It's functional. So in the back, I've got my SpeedyBee F405 wing flight controller, my Ruco remote ID. Since this guy weighs a kilogram, got to be legal, got to have a remote ID. Got my Radiomaster BR3 915 dual antenna ELRS receiver. I also run the Radiomaster Boxer with the Nomad module, so I can run 2.4 or 915 megahertz. Typically, I really like the 915 megahertz. I like to do range, and I get lots of range, low interference, and that's what I like. This BR3 receiver, I love it. It can do 100 milliwatts output telemetry power, 250 and 500. So this thing's a beast. It can go miles. And then I've got the secure 70 amp AM32 ESC. This thing for the price is awesome as well. I believe it's around 30 bucks, and it can handle lots of power. It stays relatively cool. You do have to solder on all the wires, capacitor, signal wires, but you can customize it to your need, and it's a workhorse. It's awesome. Got ESC telemetry hooked up here on UART1. I've got left elevon on signal 2 and right elevon on signal 3. And then I've soldered all my connections for DJI, GPS, and receiver. And then here on the back, I've got the Emax Eco 2 2807 1300 kV with a Gemfan 7042 biblade. This thing gets great thrust, acceleration, top speed, and it's efficient. I can cruise, throttle, sip about anywhere from 3 to 4 amps at around 50% throttle. Beefed up the motor mount. The stock motor mount that comes with the AtomRC Dolphin is just a little thin piece of plywood that they glued on, not very well either. And it was like my 5th flight of the day, and I was doing an iNav auto launch, and I brought the throttle up, and as I released the plane from my hand, the motor mount just came unglued, and down went the Dolphin. Luckily it wasn't high up in the air, or thank God I wasn't 250 feet up, and the motor mount decided to come off. That would have been terrible. Luckily it happened at launch, and I was only a couple feet off the ground, so nothing broke. Everything is fine. And then on the underside, I've got just some Emax 12-gram digital servos. These things are awesome too. Get no interference from power wires being close by, no jitters, shakes, anything like that. They're just fast, reliable, strong, get plenty of throw, easy to set up. Yeah, these are awesome. So that's pretty much tour of my Dolphin, and there's my cat. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I'll go through my iNav setup next. Thanks, guys.